Welcome to the point of darkness.
Ethan hated silence ever since his father died. The apartment had felt wrong at night. During the day it was only old and cramped, filled with peeling wallpaper and the constant smell of dust from the radiators. But after midnight the place changed. Every creaking floorboard sounded like footsteps. Every whisper of wind inside the pipes felt like breathing behind the walls. That was why Ethan almost never removed his headphones. Music, podcasts, rain sounds, random live streams, anything was better than silence. At 2:43 a.m. he sat alone at his desk editing a video for his channel. The glow from the monitor painted the room in pale blue light, while the rest of the apartment drowned in darkness outside. Thick fog pressed against the windows. The city looked dead. Ethan rubbed his tired eyes and reached for his coffee mug. Empty. He sighed. Then the static began. A sharp crackle burst inside his headphones. Ethan frowned and paused the video. The sound disappeared. A few seconds later it returned. Soft. Irregular. Like somebody slowly breathing into a microphone. He opened Discord. No calls. Spotify was paused. No browser tabs were playing audio. Another burst of static hissed in his ears. Then a voice whispered, "Don't turn off the lights." Ethan froze. The voice sounded distant and broken, as if spoken through a damaged radio. He pulled one side of the headphones away. The apartment was completely silent. His heart began pounding. He forced himself to laugh. Very funny. No response. He checked every program running on his computer. Nothing. The voice returned. "He's already in the hallway." Ethan immediately stood up and looked toward his bedroom door. The hallway outside was dark except for the weak yellow light coming from the kitchen. Empty. "Who is this?" he shouted. Only silence answered him. He stepped into the hallway carefully. The apartment felt colder than before. His socks brushed softly across the wooden floor while he checked every room. Bathroom. Kitchen. Closet. Nothing. No intruder. No prank. No explanation. Ethan returned to his desk and unplugged the internet router. The whispering stopped instantly. He exhaled in relief. Probably interference. Some weird signal. Maybe exhaustion. He had barely slept all week. After reconnecting the router, he turned on music again. For nearly a minute everything seemed normal. Then the song distorted. The vocals slowed unnaturally. The instruments warped into metallic screaming. And the same voice whispered again, "I told you not to turn off the lights." The monitor flickered. Once. Twice. Then the entire room went black. Ethan ripped the headphones off his head. At that exact moment footsteps echoed from the hallway. Step. Pause. Step. Slow. Heavy. Deliberate. Every sound felt horribly real. Ethan grabbed his phone and switched on the flashlight. The shaking beam illuminated the empty hallway. But the footsteps continued. Now closer. Much closer. Directly behind him. He spun around violently. Nothing. Only darkness. The headphones lay on the floor beside his chair. Soft static leaked from them. Ethan stared. Then the whisper returned, "Don't look at the mirror." Too late. An old mirror hung beside the apartment entrance. In the reflection Ethan saw himself standing in the hallway, and another figure directly behind him. Tall. Thin. Its arms stretched almost to the floor. Its face was nothing but darkness. Ethan turned around instantly. Nobody stood there. His breathing became ragged. Slowly he looked back toward the mirror. The figure had moved closer. His flashlight flickered. For one terrible second the apartment vanished into total darkness. When the light returned, the thing stood inches behind him in the reflection. Ethan screamed and punched the mirror. Glass exploded across the floor. A deafening shriek erupted through the headphones. It sounded like dozens of voices screaming together. Then sudden silence. The computer turned back on by itself. The monitor glowed pure white. A new folder sat on the desktop. Do not listen. Ethan slowly approached the screen. Inside the folder was one audio file. The creation date showed tomorrow's date. His mouth went dry, hands trembling. He clicked play. At first there was only breathing. Then his own voice spoke. "If you hear this, don't answer him. No matter what happens, don't answer." A loud crash followed, shattering glass, screaming. Then silence. Ethan slammed the file closed. 1 second later it reopened automatically. Another voice replaced his own. Calm. Patient. Almost friendly. "He knows you can hear him now." Something crashed inside the kitchen. Ethan slowly turned his head. The figure stood in the doorway. Now it had a face. His face. Its smile stretched far too wide, splitting the skin at the corners of its mouth. Finally, it said using Ethan's voice, "I'm tired of waiting." The apartment lights flickered violently. His phone battery instantly died. The computer shut off. Darkness swallowed everything except the tiny blinking LED on the headphones. Soft breathing echoed from them. The creature stepped forward. Ethan backed away toward the apartment door. Every instinct screamed at him to run. He grabbed the doorknob. Locked. His fingers slipped while he desperately twisted it again and again. The lock would not move. Behind him the breathing grew louder. What? Warm. Human. He could feel it touching the back of his neck. Tears filled his eyes. Please, he whispered. The creature stopped moving. For several seconds the apartment became completely silent. Then every electronic device inside the apartment switched on at once. The television erupted with static. The microwave beeped repeatedly. Ethan's dead phone began vibrating across the floor, and inside the headphones hundreds of voices started whispering together. Some cried, some laughed, some begged for help, others repeated the same sentence over and over. Don't answer him. The creature tilted its head unnaturally. You already did, it whispered. The hallway light exploded. Glass rained from the ceiling. Darkness consumed the apartment again. Ethan felt icy fingers wrap around his wrist. He screamed and tried pulling away. The grip tightened, bones cracked painfully. Then the headphones spoke one final time. Now it's your turn to listen. Everything went black. The next morning neighbors called the police after hearing screams during the night. Officers forced open the apartment door. Inside they found shattered glass covering the hallway floor. The bedroom smelled faintly of burned wires. The computer screen glowed white. But Ethan was gone. No blood. No signs of escape. Nothing. Only a pair of headphones lying in the center of the room. One officer picked them up carefully. Static crackled softly through the speakers. Then a whisper crawled into his ears. Don't turn off the lights.
Friends, thank you for watching to the end. If you don't mind, please support me with a like and a subscription. I'll see this and will make more and better videos. Thank you for your attention.